Hey, everybody out there, I want to thank you for the support. Keep it up. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So I know I've been doing a lot of these like silly little stories about situations that happen in my life, but that's not the full purpose of this channel that I created. I'm going to give you guys a little insight to why I created this channel. So back around 2010, it was, my old man got sick, right? So until that point, I didn't have like a big relationship with my old man. So in 2010, my older brother, me and him had different mothers, called and said, your dad is sick. We don't know how much longer he's going to be here, right? So I wind up, getting some time off from work. I'm stationed in DC at the time. So I go see him. And while I'm there, at this time he's in hospice. So one of the nurses was there. Oh, he's in really good spirits today. It has to be you, and me and him are just sitting there talking, and he's telling me different things, about himself, about his life, things I didn't know, prior to this sit down. But we did have a little relationship, which when I was stationed in Pittsburgh during my late 20s and in my 30s, we had a little relationship, right? So at this time, we're sitting there talking, he's telling me different things. He tells me to reach over where this binder was, right? So this binder right here. So in this binder, it has a lot of things that he's accomplished and he did in his life. You know, I'm one of eight kids. You know, he had two with my mom. He had five with his wife, but she was married at the time that he had me and my sister. And then there's a younger sister, Teresa Stein. I believe she's got remarried, last name changed, who's half white. Um, it is what it is. As we'll get into like some of the stories, about him and some of my dealings with him, you'll see why I laugh because he was Uncle Ruckus before there was an Uncle Ruckus. All right, we'll leave it as that. So in this book, this binder, like I said, I'm not gonna go too much in today. It has basically a lot of stuff he's accomplished, a lot of stuff I didn't know about him to that point. While I'm sitting there, I'm going through it. I'm reading through. I didn't just skim through. I'm reading through each page, and taking it all in. And at this time, I look up, seeing he's watching me smiling, and he's after I get done, he's like, "I want you to have this when I die." At the time, it's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And I didn't think I would ever see this binder again at that time. Like I said, and this happened. I think that this happened like in the beginning of November, in 2010, 2011, around that time. And then he wound up passing around that Thanksgiving. So after he passed, my older brother, we'll get into like everything and episodes to come. So my older brother was like, "Hey, Dad wanted you to have this binder. Let's meet up to where I can get it to you." So we wound up doing that one of the times he was out here, and he gave me the binder. I'm like, wow, I'm one of eight kids. Like I said, he had five kids with his wife. All of them are older than me. I'm the oldest that he had with my mom. And then, like I said, there's a younger one, Teresa, total eight of us. So he kept his word even in death. Before he died, he made sure to tell my oldest brother that he wanted me to have this binder. So in my episodes, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go through this because like my dad led a very interesting life. He's a Korean War vet. See, my dad was born in 1930. I want y'all to soak it in. My dad was born in 1930. I'm 46. Once again, my dad was born 1930. So his dad was born in the 1890s. So both of my grandparents, on my dad's side, I was born in the 1890s, so in the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my grandfather on my mom's side, my grandfather on my mom's side, he was born in the 1800s. So, a lot of my a lot of the family on that side, never met, because they're dead before I was even born. And that's a little something. I don't knock people who have kids later in life, but I'm a product of that. And I've only had one grandparent, so I feel as though I was cheated in such, as having one grandparent, and he was dead by the time I was like in third grade. Because, like I said, having kids later in life, generations later, then they're not going to know you. So, not to say that I fell under that, but the basis of this whole YouTube channel will be generations to come. I don't know how long YouTube is gonna last, but my grandkids, great grandkids, were able to look. They'll be able to, maybe access these files at some point. See, different stories, of things I've done, things I've accomplished. Get a chance to know me instead of just, well, this is, what granddad or this is what your great granddad did. It'll be a little bit more in depth. They can see me, and have some type of historical document and say. And as far as like with the binder, I want to, basically I'm opening up, parts of my life to where I think only growing up, only one person that I grew up with, not to say like I had a big big bunch of friends, but there's only one person who's ever had any interaction with my old man. He knows who he is. My old man came to pick us up when we were trying out for this AAU team. We had to drive way out like Butler somewhere, Butler, Pennsylvania. It was far. So like I said, only one person like that I grew up with ever had any interaction with my old man. So a lot of people don't know him. A lot of people don't know where I get certain things from. Like going through this, like I realized where I got some things from, like some of my, jokes, some of my humor, and some of the way I act, so I realized like where it came from. So I would encourage anybody, if you haven't met your father, you may not have any desires, you may feel as though he cut out. There's a lot of, there could be a lot of reasons why things didn't work. Me growing up, I kind of held some like, animosity towards both my parents, not just one. But one of the things that helped me get through was going to therapy. And this lady was no joke, right? So at the time, this is like once I, got back from Iraq and I'm dealing with PTSD and stuff like that. And the therapist basically she broke it down like, look, I know you got PTSD. Let's go a little deeper, right? So so this the therapist. She was really good, right? So one of the days she called me out on this, right? So she was like, I'm gonna give you some homework. I want you, you didn't have much interaction. Here's I want you to write a letter to your dad, your old man. So I did this, right? And it was just like maybe like one or two sentences. I brought that in. She was like, man, she kind of like, got on me, and so I had to redo that. So I redid it, and honestly, it helped, you know, because sometimes, we hold that in and project it in other ways. You have this animosity towards this man, and you feel as though, he did your mom, dirt, and he did, we'll get into a lot more about my old man. He was a piece of work, man. He was a cold piece of work, man. Something else. So hey, I want y'all to tune in as I continue to do these episodes, and I'm gonna continue to do these silly little Navy stories. But I want y'all to know it, this isn't, even though I'm a silly person, it was a deeper meaning to me doing this whole channel. But I continue to tune in. I want y'all to like and subscribe and share. Thank you.